One of my favorite places to be in the van is camping in the mountains, yet I find that it takes a lot for me to get there. So many fearful thoughts go through my head, like the fear of losing service, not knowing where I'm going to sleep, what the roads will be like, if my van will break down, and so much more. And those thoughts get in the way. Lately, though, I've promised myself that I wouldn't let the fear of the unknown stop me, because every time I get over that fear and I push myself through it, there's something beautiful on the other side. And part of that is the growth I feel doing something uncomfortable, something I'm afraid to do, and honestly, scared to do. But my main reason of doing van life was to push myself outside of my comfort zone, because most of the time this lifestyle is far from comfortable. But it's moments like these and days like these that I notice the growth of how van life has changed me. I felt uneasy going to Mount Rainier, which was odd for me because it's a national park where I knew others would be. Typically, I'm more uneasy when I'm in the middle of nowhere. But for some reason, the weather, the thoughts of wildlife, the losing service, the first come, first serve type of campsite, and the types of roads I'd read about on the west side of the park all had me a bit freaked out. And sometimes I beat myself up over the lack of confidence, but I'm starting to realize more and more that as a solo female traveler, that's normal. And it's okay to feel that way, as long as I keep pushing past the discomfort. And my trip here did exactly that, and more. Before I leave today, I want to get more water for under the sink and then get some gas before we go so that we don't have to worry about that at all while we are in the park. I don't even know if there's like any gas stations along the way. The campground is first come, first serve, and there's 88 sites, but I was reading that they block off some of those sites for like rangers and stuff, so it's supposed to be a really rainy day, but as you can see, it's kind of bright and sunny. It still does say, and it just changed, it is not supposed to rain anymore. So my thoughts are this: I would love to go camping tonight, and I really hope that's what works out. But with this lifestyle, you just do not know. And if that means I get there and there are no camp spots and I wait like 30 minutes and nothing opens up, I go hiking this afternoon, and then I look for a camp spot again, and if there's not one, I drive into town another hour and a half, and then I just move everything up a day instead of having a campsite day. Make some coffee, and then Trip's gonna kick me apparently, and then I'm gonna go get the water and the gas, and we'll be on our way. This is always awkward because I do not need 5 gallons because this will overflow because there's probably like 2.5 in there. So now I just have to stay here and keep swiping my card for like 4 gallons. So I realized I have all these quarters from putting a $20 bill in the laundry machine the other day, and I can use quarters on this, so that's so much better than charging 50 cents on a credit card, and I'm very excited. Ugh. So I just got back to the van. As you can tell, I'm like sweat. Oh, baby! I missed you too for those 5 minutes, yes. Because I can't really use my right hand because of my whole wrist thing right now to lift something that heavy. I could not lift the 50-pound jug over into the cart without like tearing my shoulder off. That would be a whole nother issue that we don't need. So I had to like forgo the cart and just carry it, which like is doable, but I'm not that strong or fit. So that was really entertaining, and a lady was actually laughing at me. But I'm gonna enjoy my coffee now because it's the perfect temperature now that I got back here, filling up water, one chore done, and then it will be time to get gas and head out. Oh, trippers! Oh, trippers! Are you ready to go camping? Are we gonna go camping today? Uninterested. You'll be excited when we get there. Side eye. This is what happens when you get into the wilderness, out camping. Like, I can hear the river from where I'm at. It's like 52 degrees. It's chilly. It's crisp. Trip is so happy. The second we got here, he was just jumping on me. He just gets so hyper, and then he starts jumping and he can't stop, and I just know how happy he is, and you can see it in his face. And sometimes it makes me think, like, why, when I lose service, do I calm down so much? When I know I can still get stuff done. I'm gonna be busy the rest of the afternoon, but then I know at like 6, I can stop working. I can start cooking dinner and have fun with it rather than make it something stressful, and then enjoy my evening reading, playing with Trip, hearing the sounds of birds and watching the sun go down. And I wish that that is something that we had, or at least I felt, all the time, not just when I lost service in the mountains, away from things that stress me out. And that's something that I want to work on, to figure out how to bring back into society. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I got here and I was like, let me take out my camping chair, Trip's lead, the rug I have for the outdoors, not realizing that it was just gonna rain. Everything is literally soaking wet and it's now in the front seat because I don't want it getting everything else in the back wet. So we'll just take it out tomorrow, I guess, hoping it's not gonna rain, and let it dry and air out, because I didn't take the chair out of the thing even. Like the sleeve, I just left it in the sleeve leaning against the table and just let it get soaking wet. So now we have the huge rug that you can see is dirty. You can't tell it's wet, but this is actually the dry side. The wet side, that was dumb. The wet side's on the inside. Wow. Okay, not thinking, but whatever. And then the chair is actually under there. So now the van is pretty messy, and Trip is messy and wet, and I'm cold and need to change out of these clothes before I kind of get the van all situated, because I'm tired and it's later than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna wake up, I think, around like 5:30 tomorrow to go to Fremont Lookout. I really want to go for sunrise, but I get nervous with wildlife without Trip and without anyone else with me, and it's just myself. And if it's dark, I just can't. Oh my gosh, I think I would be running the whole time, like full on panic mode. So we're gonna somewhat go for the sunrise, and by we're, I mean Trip will wait in the car and I will go. And we'll see what happens, but we'll make the best of it. I think there's literally like 3 hours of sun tomorrow versus clouds, and we're gonna try to take advantage of that. I'm so sorry I look like this. It is 5:30 in the morning, and I have a mouse in the van. I have a mouse in the van. This is like my biggest fear for having a van. I'm like shaking because no, Trip, stay on the bed. You stay in the bed. I had 13 mice in my apartment in Hoboken, in New Jersey, when I lived there. Whew. And this is not happening again. And I knew I had it. I knew I had it because I woke up twice in the night hearing like a rustling, and I don't know how it got in here because the doors were basically closed all day yesterday because it was so cold and rainy. The only thing I can think is that it got in my chair. Like over here, I put the carpet and the chair that I showed you guys before that were soaking wet. And it just came inside when I put it inside. I don't know, but I just saw it. I knew, and I just saw it. I just saw it. And I thought I saw it, like, go to the side as if, like, I could get it out. And I quickly, like, came over here and opened the door. But, like, I don't know where it went. Like, it's nowhere to be found. They're so freaking sneaky! This might be the most awake I've ever been at 5:30. And I'm going to leave on a hike. And I'm just going to leave Trip in the van with a mouse. Like, that seems like a terrible idea. Come back and it'd be like torn apart. Okay, I gotta go figure this out. Please wish me luck that I find the mouse and I get it outside. That's my goal. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so when I saw it, it was right there. And so I got out of bed really fast because I was currently sitting in bed just staring over here because I kept hearing rustling over here. So then it must have scampered over here. And so when I saw it, I came over here and I came very prepared with my weapon of choice. By the time I got here, I like looked through the shoes. I picked that up underneath to make sure that it wasn't under there. And I even looked under the cabinet and it wasn't there. But I saw it go this way. So if it went under the cabinet, that would have been super weird because I did see it go this way. And so I quickly opened the door. And my hope is that if it went into that crack and I opened the door, it would have fallen out. Because I did go outside and I did look in the crevice there and didn't see anything. Trip's hoping too. You know when something's happening and you like know it's happening in your bones, but like there's really nothing you can do about it? That was me at like 3 a.m. this morning. Because I heard rustling and I did get up and I did go to the cabinet because I originally thought it was in the cabinet. There's no way it was in the cabinet. I don't know how it would have gotten there, and then over there, and then on the floor. I don't think it was in the cabinet. I think my ears were deceiving me. But I did say, yesterday I wrote down goals for September, and it was all about being more present and enjoying every moment, including the little in-between moments that would typically stress me out. What does stress me out is Trip finding this mouse or trying to deal with this mouse in the van while I'm gone. So that stresses me out, but otherwise, I'm in the present. Like, I didn't think I would be filming at 5:57 a.m. I am also concerned about putting food in Trip's in Trip's dish. I feel like that would be icky. I am a little upset that he was not the watchdog he should have been. Can't even protect against a mouse. Slept through it all. Okay, pretty confident there can't be a mouse in here. It's going in the back. Till later. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get the trash. No, thank you. No. I'm already out of breath. But here we go. Mount Fremont Trail. That way. Meow. Here we go. Hiking this trail right now, I am just so happy. I feel like I get so in my head about things like what time I need to get there for the best views and what happens if I see wildlife and I'm all by myself, and I'm prepared. Like I know I am, and I get so caught up in the details that I forget just how beautiful it is to be out in nature sometimes. So I really want this to serve as my reminder that like this would be beautiful even if it was torrential downpouring and like I was miserable. It would still be beautiful and I would still be happy even if I was freezing cold and it was rainy, because it's just gorgeous. So for anyone who is like me, who gets so caught up in the details, just don't. It's not worth it. This is worth it. Right I always get super excited for views like this. I have no words. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. And it just keeps going. And this is why I love hiking. It's just a really good day. Like September 1st, I like you. September, I like you so far. Just feeling really grateful and really happy for being able to do this and getting to where I am, even though I have so far to get to where I want to be, but I'm happy where I'm at. Happy. Okay, for those of you wondering what time to get here, definitely before 11 a.m. on a Friday. This is wild. Oh man! A bummer. So I'm currently cooking dinner and just reflecting on how great today was at Mount Rainier, hiking. Missed trip, obviously, but it was a beautiful hike. It kind of reminded me of a little bit of Glacier, a little bit of Canada because of the glaciers, and then kind of just its own thing. I've never been to a fire lookout, so that was absolutely amazing and freezing, but kind of cool because I had it with like 3 other people, so we had it to ourselves a lot of the time. We drove 2 hours to the southeast side of the park now so that we can go there tomorrow morning. So we're just staying in a Harvest House parking lot today. And so after cooking, we're gonna put together next week's plan work-wise. I have no idea where we're going yet, so that's a later problem. But I kind of want to just get a little bit organized and from there feel better about kind of taking tomorrow off. But we're gonna go hiking for the morning and then we have another 2-hour drive to where we're going. So it's kind of weird. This is kind of, we're heading south. Granted, we're on the other side of the country, but 2 months we'll be home and this is kind of the start of it. After we leave Mount Rainier tomorrow, it's like our way south. A little bittersweet. I'm excited to I'll be home for the holidays and stuff, but I feel like I've found my groove again in van life. I feel like sometimes it's hard to get back into the swing of things, and I have. I'm just going to take one day at a time. Today was amazing, and I'm just feeling really grateful. Oh my gosh, also, our mouse friend, Mr. Squeaker, I named him because I don't know if he still lives with me or not. Free of rent and charge. Most people seem to think he's still with me. I think I did a great job at sneaking him out, but I think time will tell and we'll learn tonight if he is still here. But I 100% think he got in when I brought that chair in. I think he snuck into the little sleeve of the chair and I put it in the front and then he came out and was like, wow, it's so warm in here. This is so nice. Stay tuned for that one. been wanting to make energy bites for 2 weeks now, and I just have not gotten around to it. So I also wasn't gonna do the dishes tonight, but as you can see, I did the dishes. All right. A red pepper flake. I did the dishes and apparently a red pepper flake stayed on. That is what a foot pump sink does. This will be perfect. Great Friday night activity with my wine, and then we'll just finish work and go to bed. First time I've actually seen the mountains since being here on a sunny day for the last day. All right, quick history lesson that I just learned. This mountain over here is Mount Adams, second tallest in Washington, behind Rainier. And then to the right, over here, that's Mount St. Helens, the one that erupted 30 years ago on my birthday. Deadliest volcanic eruption in the US. That one's really pretty though. That is so pretty. I wish I could zoom further. It's like lit up. It has been so crowded, like the most crowded hike I think I've done all summer, probably actually. Like lines of people on the trail. This is the first time that I'm like somewhat alone, but there's people coming and there's people in front of me. But it's a really pretty trail. Harder than I thought though, so be aware of that. Alright, so I finished the hike. I just made an egg salad sandwich, which some of you probably think is disgusting, but I was weirdly craving it on the hike. So here we are. Someone here got into my stress ball, which I believe was all the way in the front, destroyed, which left this in its wake. Trip, did you do that? Still knows he messed up because the vacuum cleaner died. So we couldn't get everything yet, huh? Huh, trippers? We still have little seeds everywhere. One other thing, the mouse update last night, I heard like 2 things very quietly though, like not enough for me to be like, yes, that was a mouse. It was more so just like little tiny noises twice. And it was very quick, and it could have been literally anything. So I'm gonna give it another night tonight, see what happens. If I hear Mr. Squeaker, I might go get a mouse trap. Maybe the live ones where like he can live and I'll just take him outside and free him. But we'll figure that out. Thank you so much for following along and being here. I hope you enjoyed the content. If so, please subscribe, please press the like button, and I'm still new to this, so maybe that like doorbell button thing that notifies you when I post a new video, that would be awesome. And share with your friends if you like it. That would mean a lot to me. Bye.